Hey friends, just a heads up. In this show, we touch on mental health and some other heavier topics. Nothing too intense, but we want you to take care of yourself and those who may be listening with you. Also, all opinions are our own and not affiliated with 21 Pilots in any way. Listen with care, and thanks for being here.
Putting on a podcast.
Heyo, welcome back to Clique Bait, or welcome to if you're new.
You don't sound so peppy like usual.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just, how many times have I said this over the last
I know.
40 episodes? We're 40.
I know, we're 40.
We're not in our 40s yet. I mean, we are, but the show is 40 today. Yeah. Wow. What does that mean?
I'm not in my 40s. I'm still 29.
Does the show get like AARP discount or something?
That'd be cool. Maybe if we go to... people won't know this. Never mind. I was going to say maybe if we go to the Sizzler before 5, we get like
the Sizzler?
Free meal.
I don't think our demo knows what the Sizzler is.
I know. That's why I said no one's going to know that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've said it a bunch of times, but this time I think I'm legit sick.
You've been legit sick. You're just always sick.
I feel not great today, so we'll power through this guy here. We're back to normal, just the two of us. Our guest Jorge is on his way doing other things.
Yes.
But it was a hit. People loved it. People loved the addition of our son, so
yeah. We'll
have to do that again sometime. Maybe get the girl on here too.
I think it adds a little level of
concern. No,
I was going to say like validity to our story, which is that our whole family is into this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So,
and everyone said he was well-spoken and really loved his take on the musicality of the songs he chose. And I did get a lot of comments that we had some great songs. Everyone agreed with us and didn't think we left anything off. And, we're real open to how it's kind of your opinion based.
Right, of course.
So I enjoyed that. It was great. Well, shall we just jump right into things?
Let's do it.
Okay. You and I were talking in the car the other day about Tyler's audible breathing.
Yes.
Wow, easy for me to say. And how there's some songs where it's just really pronounced, and especially in some of the older recordings, like on Vessel, and a little bit on Self-Titled, I guess. But it's also in songs like Downstairs. Do you think this is for dramatic effect, or do you think it's like the earlier versions anyway, like an immature vocal, what's the word I'm looking for? Technique.
I think it's maybe a little bit of both for the early ones, but it's hard to sing, first of all. Very hard to sing.
Yeah.
Especially with the notes and the things that he holds out for as long as he holds them. So I can imagine taking a very deep breath at the end of a long note is kind of unavoidable.
Yeah.
But I think what it is he's real. They're real. They're real musicians. They don't try to hide that they're real people. So he's not going to go. I mean, a lot of artists will just get that cut out, just like you cut out your throat clears.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of artists will go and cut those breaths out.
Well, it made me think of this last week when I was editing our episode, because you can hear, especially me sometimes, my breathing. I think my mic just picks it up differently. And I remember when we podcasted before on some forums, people were like, oh, the breathing. And I commented and I said, well, we're human beings and people breathe. I don't know what you'd expect out of us. But like the other day when I was shoveling snow, again, we're under like winter Geddon here on the East Coast, but I had my headphones in and was listening to 21 Pilots, of course, and I really noticed it in car radio and kitchen sink. And then, of course, it's in Downstairs. And I think it's put there on purpose.
I think in songs like Downstairs, it is, for sure.
And, you talked about the long notes and all the singing. I also think there's a lot of fast rapping as well, and you got to get that breath in early, So there's several other songs that I couldn't think of, and I didn't have time to listen to the whole catalog, but I know there's some on Vessel. I think it's Migraine, maybe, that are very pronounced. Deep breaths, in between phrases. And
I think you're right. I'm pretty sure Migraine's one of them.
Yeah, and I remember when you were a new fan listening in the car, you're like, oh, that's a lot of, it kind of is off-putting at first, but then when you learn more and understand about the band, like I feel like it fits. And like you said, he's real, he's singing, and man,
and
my voice is all over the place.
Yeah, it really, you sound like you're crying. I think that's what it is. Like, I understand him better now. So I don't see it as unprofessional. I see it as authenticity. Mm-hmm. Whereas like if Mariah Carey, for example, is singing and all we can hear is her taking breaths, I feel like it would be off-putting because she's not that kind of an artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yesterday as we record this was the Super Bowl. Apparently you're not allowed to say Super Bowl unless you have permission. You're supposed to call it the big game.
The big game?
Or the Booper Soul or something. I don't know. You're supposed to have the...
Okay.
So I don't...
That's dumb.
Some people call it the Superb Owl to get around the copyright. I think our little show is not going to be in danger. So I'm going to say Super Bowl.
I like how our son calls it the bowl of soup.
Yeah, that works as well.
Yeah.
But you know, one of the highlights of the Super Bowl is usually the halftime show.
And of course.
This year was the much debated, much controversial Conejo Malo or Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
I'm not sure why it was controversial. I think it's because he's saying in Spanish.
Probably.
And there's some politics behind it and whatever. But I did see an interesting graphic that showed a bunch of Super Bowl performers of the past. And they were like, Paul McCartney, not a U.S. citizen. Ariana Grande, not a U.S. citizen. Bad Bunny.
Ariana Grande isn't a U.S. citizen?
She's from Barbados, I guess.
What?
And
no.
And it said Bad Bunny, U.S. citizen, because he's Puerto Rican. So,
yes.
I thought that was kind of funny. And then also like, listen, I get it. American football is an American sport. This is America's biggest game. But it's also global. And I don't know about you, but even though I don't understand one word of it, Spanish music's a vibe.
I love Zumba.
Like I can get down to any of it. But, you know, in typical Super Bowl halftime show fashion, it was, I guess, 50-50 critically well received and others hated it. Mm-hmm. Just like it always is. And there was a lot of infused politics and things that I don't really care about. I just want to see the music, but
I don't know if there was, to be honest.
Oh no, there's all these posts about little Easter eggs and stuff.
Yeah, but I don't think it was meant as I think it was meant to be unifying. I don't want to get into this. We don't need to get into all this.
Yeah, no, and I was going to say...
This is not a halftime show, Bad Bunny show.
No, and
so
we're
going to move
care.
on. However, I was expecting to have it be like all political and I was going to, you know.
Yeah.
But I felt really good about it after.
Yeah, and like you, I don't care about all that stuff, even if it was. Spanish music's a vibe. I dig it.
My spirit animal.
It was good. I thought it was
so.
good. Yeah, and there was a bunch of weird like celebrities in it. Like Pedro Pascal was just...
Our daughter was watching it and she is like, who's that guy? And I'm like, that's Ricky Martin.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's Ricky Martin doing here?
Yeah, there was a bunch of cool cameos.
It was pretty cool.
It was cool. Huge set and all the Bush people walking out. That was cool. And did you see that there was someone's like real wedding occurred?
I saw that and I saw a story about it and I didn't get a chance to read it. And what?
Yeah, something about these people invited Bad Bunny to their wedding. And I don't know if he turned it down or whatever, but to repay them, he's like, oh, just come get married at the Super Bowl in the middle of my show.
Weird.
So it was a real wedding with real cake and everything.
I think we spent too much time on this halftime show.
So the reason I wanted to bring this up is, once again, every year the debate comes up amongst the clique. Should the boys do a halftime show?
I'm sticking to my guns.
You don't want people
them to do the
hate
halftime
them,
show,
right?
Ever.
Well, because like I said, at least 50% is going to hate it. So
yeah. I don't ever want them to do it.
I will tell you.
I can't handle it. I would not. I could barely handle the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but all the people who did not understand them.
Yeah, the hockey game was better because it was in Columbus. So I feel like there was a fair amount of people there that got them.
Oh, for sure.
But there's one reason I want them to do it. I saw a graphic put up immediately about the increase in streams of Bad Bunny music for people that had no idea. 7 times more streams within an hour of the halftime show. That's the only reason I want them to do it. But
I feel like a lot of people don't know Bad Bunny because they don't know that music. Especially here in the mainland US.
Yeah.
Although I guess that is technically mainland too. But you know what I mean. People in the this particular part of the US don't know that music as much, whereas we all are pretty, versed and stressed out and Heathens and Red.
Yeah.
So I feel like those people just wouldn't give him a chance. You know what I mean?
Well, do you remember 2 years ago when there was photos of them at the Super Bowl vibing to Usher, and
they've been all over the place.
Jenna was
today
pregnant
and yesterday.
Yeah, little peaks of red hair sticking out of Josh's beanie. We had no idea what we were in store for.
We had no clue.
And everybody started to piece things together back then. I did not see any photos of them at this year's Super Bowl. So
I do not think they were there. No.
I kind of think the lanyard that said Usher was maybe they were a guest of Usher, and maybe they don't know Bad Bunny. I don't know.
I thought it was you who told me, but maybe it was something else. But I thought it was maybe a Live Nation thing.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Because
it was artists from Live Nation or artists from the label or whatever.
Yeah, could be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so that's
no
what I
idea.
thought it was. Because there was a couple other people too that were like, why are you there?
Well, and then I saw people at this year's that had a Bad Bunny lanyard on. So maybe that's something to do with it. Like, you're a guest of theirs or a guest of the label. I don't know.
Speaking of which, did you see how much fun John Hamm and his family were having?
Yeah. John Hamm was living his life.
He was living his best life.
And
it was adorable.
That's living proof. That guy
he's awesome.
He's incredibly white from St. Louis, I believe.
I don't know.
And he is just vibing. That tells you that you don't have to understand
and he
it.
had some. Did you see him? He did a couple little samba steps.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, look at you, John Hamm.
Yeah, man.
It was good.
That's what I'm saying about Spanish music. I love it. You don't have to know one single word, and you just vibe.
That's what my Zumba instructor, Julio, he says, if you're doing the steps wrong, you're in the right place.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what I want to see. That's what I love about Zumba.
I feel like we need a 21 Pilots Spanish album.
People listening to us are probably like, what show is this? What did I turn
into? It's a pop culture. Things happen, It's about music.
Moving on.
All right, moving on to, in a couple days, it's Valentine's Day, Saturday. And that's also one Mrs. Clique Bait's birthday.
It's my birthday.
So, happy birthday to you early. Saturday, you're going to be, how old are you going to be?
You did it wrong.
What did I do?
You're not supposed to say happy birthday.
Why?
That's not how we do it here.
Oh, yeah. We don't care. Nobody cares about your birthday. So happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you.
And I'll tell you happy birthday. I wanted to ask you, though, it made me think, what do you think Valentine's Day looks like in Josh and Tyler's house?
So I actually thought about this. I think this year, Josh is going to take care of his girls.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a sweet little... Felix will be invited along on the Valentine's Day celebration.
Yeah.
And then I think, knowing what it's like to have children, I think Tyler and Jenna have a babysitter and go do their own thing.
Yeah, Tommy's old enough now to where they can really enjoy it. I think in the Josh household, I think they either order in or have someone make something, or maybe he cooks something. I think there's a lot of rose petals on the bed involved later, just saying. They seem like those kind of people.
Who is they?
Josh and Debbie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Felix.
Yeah.
Once Felix is down for bed, I think there's going to be a lot of rose petals involved somewhere around the house. And maybe they watch a romantic movie or something, and just
romantical.
Just enjoy their time together. And then Tyler and them are just
they're like us.
I feel like Tyler is
I just want to go to bed. I'm just really tired.
I feel like Tyler's like too practical too. Like he's not going to go crazy and spread rose petals. Yeah, he's just going to be like, all right, let's go get some food somewhere and then call it a day, whatever.
Yeah.
So, it made me think of that and how we do that as well. I have another fun one for you.
Yeah.
The Winter Olympics are going on right now in
They are.
Milan, Italy. I was watching the other day a particular event. I think it was figure skating. And I was like, what would Josh and Tyler be if they were Winter Olympians? What are your thoughts? What's your take?
Well,
you got to pick one for each.
Well,
and why?
Fine, because I would have done the 2-man bobsleigh. Because
sled. It
says bobsleigh.
Okay, well, that's an easy one. Yeah, I love that. It's okay, fine.
But hold on.
Okay. Pick one individual for each and a team one. So you just picked your team one.
Okay, that was my team one, the 2-man bobsleigh. There's one called skeleton.
Yeah.
Where they lay.
That's nuts.
Head first, like on their tummy, and go down this luge on
the bobsled course. Yeah.
It's skeleton.
Oh.
So I totally feel like that would be a Josh Dunn sport.
Yes,
I
Tyler
feel like
is
Josh
not cool
Dunn
enough
has
or crazy
that,
enough to do that.
Locked in.
Yeah.
He's also like super lean too, so he could like really suck it in. I think he could do really well.
Okay.
And then if I'm going to give Tyler one, I think speed skating. Because he did really well in the Midwest Indigo video.
Yeah.
He really got the speed up and he got really low to the ground. So I think he's got the good form. So I'm going speed skating.
Okay. I'm no Olympic expert, but the quads on the speed skaters are like as big as Tyler's body.
Yeah,
so
but he could do it.
I feel like
he could,
based on his current build, Tyler to me is on the curling team for sure. 1,000%.
Okay, I could see that, but
I feel like he's really good at.
That's not individual though, is it?
It can be, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a team.
But I feel like there's like mixed doubles and couples and what I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like he's probably pretty good at shuffleboard, and I feel like he would take immense pride in knocking someone's stone
he probably
out of
would.
the thing.
Right. I
He'd
could
be
see
like,
that.
"Yeah, take that," So
I could see that.
I see him as a curler. I see Josh doing something cool like snowboarding half pipe.
I feel like that's too cool for Josh though. Josh is like
No,
cool,
with his hair and everything.
But Josh is cool, but like in a not mainstream cool. Like he's just the cool guy.
Yeah, I get
like
it.
I don't see him like I don't know. Because I thought about that too. I was like, snowboarding, skiing, those are your typical.
Okay. Well, I see him doing snowboarding just because
right.
he's got the cool hair, and it's probably a little safer than the skeleton. And he's a dad now,
No, but it's skeleton. Like you have to.
And then I'm sorry, I have to, but for teams one, I got to go full Blades of Glory here. They're figure skating couple for sure.
I just don't see it.
And Josh is definitely throwing Tyler through the air. Now, that's not a real thing people can do, but I think it would be really funny if they did that. They at least need to dress up as the outfits for Halloween one year, I think. Because
that would be pretty amazing.
They're best buds, and I think that'd be fun. But yeah, you stole it with the 2-man bobsled. That's pretty amazing.
I mean, it's the obvious choice.
Yeah, it is. All right. What's next?
Happy birthday to a very special member of the clique.
We don't care.
Little Miss Rosie.
Do we care when they're kids? When they're little kids, do we care?
Yeah.
Okay,
she's
then
6.
happy birthday.
Can you believe she's 6?
I can't.
Crazy.
Happy birthday, Rosie.
Happy birthday, Rosie. Why are we splashing?
That is the wrong button. Happy birthday, Rosie.
There we go.
There it is.
All right. The firstborn of the Joseph clan. So I just thought it was important to mention today, as we record this, it's her birthday.
Yeah. Way to go, Rosie. You did it.
Yeah.
It's what is it? What did Tyler say? It's the 1 year anniversary of him owning a baby. Now it's the 6th year anniversary of him owning a baby.
Yeah.
It's had many years of owning many babies. I think we're going to get another. I think we're getting another announcement soon.
Yikes.
I just have a feeling.
Well, I mean, Tommy's going to be too, so.
Yeah, and what else are they doing? I mean, Valentine's Day is coming up. You know what I mean?
For a tour?
Yeah, I guess. I feel like they're ready, though.
We'll see.
Who knows? Maybe.
All right. So my celebrities in the clique segment has pretty much taken off at this point, I would just like to say.
Okay.
And I've got another one to add today.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ASAP Rocky, I think, is part of the clique.
It's ASAP? I thought it was $$ app.
I think it's ASAP Rocky.
Okay.
I could be wrong. I'm old. I don't technically listen to this person.
I don't know who is ASAP.
So,
Didn't they do a collab
pretty
at
sure
an
it's-
award show or something?
I was just getting there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure it's ASAP Rocky. I could be totally wrong.
Okay.
I mean, like Kesha, she's not KE $ha.
I mean, she should be. But, yeah.
All right. Anyway, yes. As you remember, they did do a collaboration during the VMAs performance in 2015. They did Heavy Dirty Soul. He did LSD, I think it's called. L $.
Yeah.
D.
I don't know.
If you want to go that way. But he's got a new song out. And it's called Don't Be Dumb /Trip Baby. But the lyrics are this. Memories in the trench. Back overseas with the clique.
Ooh.
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think not.
Nah. Nice.
I don't think so.
Nice.
So I'm going to add him to the part of the clique. Celebrity in the clique.
I'm down. I think we need more guys like ASAP Rocky.
Do I care that he says the word clique in like every song 50 times? No.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does.
Well, then that really shows that he's all in.
Yeah.
Because that's not a very commonly used word, I think, amongst people outside the clique. So I like this.
Well, he's at least an honorary member anyway.
We should.
So thanks, whatever your name is.
Hey, Tyler and Josh, let us know ASAP if he's part of the clique.
Oh, God.
Thank you very much. I'll thank you.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. Did you know, because we haven't talked about this is a news item, randomly selected fans have been chosen for a special previewing before the previewing of More Than We Ever Imagined. And they're going to be in LA, and it's going to be like an in-person thing with Mark. He's going to come out and do like a little, I don't know if it's going to be question and answer or just like an intro. But
nice.
they got picked specially. Why is it always LA?
It's probably LA because of like Hollywood and stuff, maybe. I don't know, but
I don't know.
I feel like it should have been Ohio for these guys.
I know, right?
Because that's where Mark's from too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not Massachusetts, I'll tell you that.
It's not Massachusetts. But yeah, so it's kind of cool. So he's going to do that. They're going to have like a little pre-show before the pre-show. And then they're going to go to Mexico and do like a special engagement over there because that's where they filmed it. So very cool. If you were one of the ones chosen, congratulations. I don't know how you got chosen, but cool. Good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
I love seeing how excited Mark is about his
it's
movie.
Pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
Well,
it's pretty
is this
cool.
his first like full length feature?
No, because I think he did the live stream stuff too, and I mean that's.
But is that like?
I honestly don't know.
That's a good question. Did he? I don't know.
I'd say some of the videos he's done, City Walls especially, was very cinematic.
He didn't do City Walls.
Well, I think he was involved. I don't know if he shot the whole thing or whatever, but.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's pretty
right.
cool. It's pretty cool. He's very excited, and so is the score writer.
Yes, Roland
Bingman. Yes. Well, we're just flying along here. You ready to get into some listener updates?
Yeah, go.
Well, last week I made some promises, and you're like, "Don't forget." So I didn't forget, and I want to make good on those before we get into the regular updates. Is that good with you?
That's totally great.
So Marco from the Spot of Sploosh asked, he wanted to know our thoughts on the line in Bandito when we were talking about Bandito and Bandido. Mm-hmm. He wrote in via Spotify and asked me this question. He said he wanted to know about, this is the sound we make when in between two places where we used to bleed and where our blood needs to be. Mm-hmm. And so obviously I think that these, the very literal view is we can look at it through the lens of the lore where we used to bleed is probably Dima under the control of the bishops. I don't know what they're doing there, but maybe they're making you bleed or torturing you or doing something. You're bleeding there. And where our blood needs to be is entrenched with the banditos ganging up on the bishops and trying to overtake this whole thing. Right. Mm-hmm. I also think the sound that they're referencing is pretty obvious to be Salo Felina, which we covered a few weeks ago, means a cry for help and all those things. But here's my alternative approach to this that I wanted to get into and bring it back to the spiritual focus that we've spent some time on but haven't talked about in a while. Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
And I want you to tell me that I'm wrong because I probably am, but this is how I see it. I see the space that we're talking about between the two places is following God and trusting in God and our everyday life where we're trying to influence outcomes on our own. We're kind of not as engrossed in our faith as we should be.
Okay. I can see that.
And that's the space where we're bleeding. We're bleeding out, trying to think of ways to do better at work, to get that promotion or whatever. Think about ways to do this and ways to do that, trying to influence our own plan when really our plan is God's plan. And where we really should be, where our blood needs to be, is with him and following his lead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And obviously in that process, sometimes we're crying out and why is this not happening for me? Well, because you're not letting it. You're not giving yourself fully to the place where you need to be. You're not giving yourself fully to God and just letting it happen. And, sometimes God's plan may not agree with what you're trying to influence. And so it feels like he's not helping you. But at the end of the day, I think he is, right? And that's what faith is all about.
Sure.
So that's my take on it. And of course, I wanted to give the disclaimer that we always give. You don't have to be Christian to like this song. You don't have to be Christian to get this meaning out of it. It could be whatever God, deity thing you believe in. I think you can see it this same way, where sometimes we focus on things too hard that we shouldn't be, and we should put our mind where it needs to be and kind of let things happen.
Yeah.
Did I do that right?
Yeah, I think so. I see where you were going with it. I have a slightly different take on it, but I think we're kind of along the same train tracks, if you will. I think Tyler's kind of talking about like two timelines here. Where we used to bleed, that's the times in our lives where we experience pain. Like the wounds, the ones that made us go into like that survival mode. Or that trauma that we can say like shaped us. Like this is who I am because of that trauma that we experienced. You know what I mean? And then there's the where our blood needs to be. And it's the shifting of our focus towards moving forward and healing to where we aren't just like in that survival mode anymore. And so like in a nutshell, we can acknowledge where and when we were hurt, but we don't want to stay there. We want to use that pain that kept us alive and then move it towards where we're meant to be.
Yeah.
So kind of like when we talked about in My Soft Spots, My Robots, where she says, we can't let all of the bad things like, what's the word? I can't think of the word. Influence our choices moving forward.
Yeah.
And just like we talked about in Cottonwood, when he says, I look back in time, seeing himself already looking for the bad. So you want to take that pain, ignite it. Boom.
I love that.
Mic drop.
Nice. I think
that's the show for today, I think.
I love that. And I think if you're going to look at this band and their lyrics in a double meaning sense, like we often do, that's very much probably 100% a meaning because it's the mental health part. If there is any religious aspect to their music, I think what I said makes sense. And then there's a third meaning to this one, which is in the context of the lore in these characters. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's just so many different layers to peel back on what's such ultimately a simple song where it's introducing a group of characters really is what it's ultimately doing at the basic level, you know?
That's the best part about their music. And it just reminded me of somebody posted I don't know, their take on, I want to say it was Downstairs probably. I think we touched on it a few episodes ago, but somebody got angry and was like, why do you always want to make it about God?
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, sometimes it obviously is, sometimes not so obviously, but I think most of their songs have that 3 layers to it. Layers that are mental health, layers that are lore, and layers that are religion. And ultimately, when you look back on it and you know what you know of the boys, the mental health piece goes along with the religion piece.
Yeah.
So.
And the lore is a creative way of telling that story too.
And then that
without shoving religion down your throat
as well.
I guess. Yeah.
So I think that's the wonderful part about it is if you're not religious, you can still relate to it because it can still be what we all experience in our lives. So.
And we talk a lot about their infatuation with the number 9. Yeah. 3 is the Trinity, right? And I just want to point out there's a lot of imagery with 3 meanings to songs in their music. But also, if you listen to Drag Path, right in the beginning, there's a spot where the instrumentals kind of come in and there's 3 distinct beats. It's like ding, 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 boom, boom, boom. Like it could easily have been 2 or 1 or 4.
Right.
It's 3. And that immediately called out to me when I first heard that song. I'm like, this song's a worship song, in my opinion. Jorge thought the same thing.
Well, I'm going to get back to the 3 in a little bit. That was a very good
and there's
tie
3
into my lore deep dive today.
Yeah, and there's 3 beats right there that didn't have to be 3. So,
right.
Maybe I'm looking too much, but like you always say, that's the beauty of this band. They really open up your thoughts and your mind to all these things. And that's why it's more than just music on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, one more promise I had to make and fulfill was Sawyer wanted us to talk about their comment from last week. I'm not sure which part they want me to mention, but I'll just mention most of it. It was a great episode. You killed it as always. This was the Bounce Man episode from 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. We made a comment about doing an analysis on the Kids Bop versions, and they said, please don't. Please do not do Kids Bop. I think there's only 2, so.
Yeah, I don't.
But we won't do that because.
No, we're not going to do an analysis on it.
No, what's there to analysize?
Nothing, because it's the boys' lyrics, and when you change those lyrics, then you change the whole meaning of the song.
Yeah, they said they're very excited for our animations. So am I. Any update on that? Or
yes. So our animator is currently taking his final exams.
Oh, he's on sabbatical.
So he said hopefully by like next week, possibly mid-week after, we should have it totally completed.
Listen, Mr. Animator Man, it's Clique Bait then finals. Okay, get your priorities right,
I will
please.
say in the next few days, I'm going to be unveiling our sticker designs.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait.
Because we have gotten them printed, and I'm very excited to share with everyone. We've had some really nice artists working on them for us.
Will we have them by Innings Fest?
I have ordered them. I'm hoping that they're here by Innings Fest.
All right. Sawyer also let us know that Justice for Sploosh this episode did not have enough. We'll try to make up for that in this episode. And then also, in case you guys are wondering, Sawyer's the same person that won our picture disc giveaway.
Yes.
Did we know that?
Yeah, I think they said that when they introduced themselves first.
Yeah, so
I hope
Sawyer,
you're enjoying that, Sawyer.
I have hopefully fulfilled your wish to read your comment from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
All right, now should we move on to the future, which is comments from last week?
Sure.
Did you have any?
Oh, I probably did, and I wasn't even paying attention. It was a day.
Yeah.
If you are following us on social media, which you should be, if you're listening, you should also be following.
Yeah, we already talked about this many times.
Go back to Monday, and you will see that today was a Monday for me. So, I probably could have looked by. I'll do it while you're doing it.
Well, I'm going to go a little bit out of order, because I was very worried that Eva, which changed her name to Iwaiva or Ava, we weren't sure.
Yeah.
But she said she cleared it up that it's just Eva. She was just bored and playing with her username. Finally got back to me and said, "Oh my gosh," in all caps. Totally thought I commented last week. It's probably because I was talking to Mrs. Clique Bait on Instagram. So I feel better. I thought Eva, one of our original Spotify's, had abandoned us. I thought we did something to make her upset. And we haven't. So thank goodness for Eva being back.
Thank goodness.
She loves the applause button. And loved hearing all the technical musician-y aspects of the songs that Jorge brought to the show, as well as, I guess, me. And everyone else, including her, gave a great list of songs. And I'm not going to read everyone's top 10. Maybe we can post them.
Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, sure.
Without their names if they don't want that or whatever. But Marper gave us her top 10. Clancy's Jumpsuit gave her top 10. Dan Lisden gave his top 10 and said that we in fact did better because he's the one that said we sucked. And he said this episode was amazing. So glad we talked about the Tyler driving post. I've been sharing it with all my friends all week. Splooshes please by Frens. Yeah, and you know what I really loved from all of this and everyone's list that they put out there was that they're all so different, but they all of them are worthy of a top 10 list.
Totally.
Like some people had some repeats, but some don't. And I'll just read one real quick. Marco put his and said, first he said, "Your son is such a good talker." Well, thank you.
That's really nice.
I think he got it from his mom. He says, "I don't know what I was expecting, but he exceeded those expectations." And he said, "Shout out to the Clear Mention. Such a good song, especially for running, and Tutorials by Hugo," which Jorge brought up. He loves his piano covers, but his list was Migraine, Ode to Sleep, Paladin Straight, Holding On to You, Car Radio, Addict with a Pen, Taxi Cab, Drum Show Next Semester, and Choker. Honorable mentions being Chlorine, Drag Path, Redecorate, Backslide, and Drown from No Fun Intended.
Nice.
Just super creative lists that I love where their heads went I know. Mine I left off.
They really thought about it.
Yeah, and mine I left off self-titled for my own reasons, and people just have no one was like, "You're stupid for having that list." I love it. Everyone can have their own opinion and just kind of be into it.
Dumb to tell somebody their top 10 is not right because it's
yours.
Top 10. It's your top 10.
Yeah, so. But I just like that. I mean, it can make people feel some type of way that if their favorite song got dissed or whatever, but nobody did that here. They were like, you know what? Great list. Here's mine. That's the amazing
thing about the Clique.
Yeah. So give yourselves all a round of for just being nice, good people. You like the N-word.
I like the one little woo. Yeah. That's me. I'm going woo because I woo.
Yeah.
I'm a wooer.
So that's my feedback for the week. Thanks, guys, for sending your list. We didn't even ask for it. You did it. I love it.
I know. That's awesome.
Very fun to read.
So I do have some listener feedback, and I'm actually going to tie my 21 Pilots fan doing amazing things into my listener feedback because
perfect.
I completely forgot about this that was shared with me. This is Devin, and he's on TikTok, and you know how much I love when people do covers of their music with instruments that aren't in the original songs.
Yeah,
because that takes like a lot of work.
Yeah, like stressed out on the sitar. Or something.
You can't just go grab the tablature for it and just play it.
Oh
You have to like really know your instrument and your craft. So he shared with me his version of Downstairs with like I don't know enough about guitars and instruments, but I mean obviously Tyler plays bass, so I'm assuming this would be like lead guitar. I don't know.
I haven't heard it, but
like a rock guitar sound. It's it's got like a cool little like, I don't want to say whammy bar sound, but like a kind of
I gotcha. Yeah,
rock sound to it.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing. I'll post it obviously on our socials, but he just sent it because he wanted us to see it, and I think that's so cool when you guys share your stuff with me. So with us, I want to say shout out, great job. It sounds amazing. I can't wait to post it for everyone to see it.
And what was the name again?
Devin.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And then I completely forgot, but the Fresh Doug Life, the one who asked about Bandito.
Dougie Fresh.
He commented back, said, yes, he's a he. And asked another question, which I would like to address. He said, what does it mean to take the high road and instead deciding to go low because he's identifying as a Bandito? Aren't the Banditos good guys? Hard to imagine their way being affiliated with going low or taking a non-righteous path. So I think that's something that's really easy to misunderstand because that is something we say in this culture is like, oh, I'm going to take the high road.
Yeah.
Meaning I'm going to be better.
Yeah.
And then when you, oh, that was really low, like that was a bad hit.
That was a low blow.
That was a low blow. But what I think he's trying to say in this song is you could take the high road. You could take the easy path of pretending that everything's fine and being fake. But that's not sustainable for life. You can't do that all the time. You're going to break at some point.
Right.
So instead, take the low, harder road of recovery and working on it and knowing you're going to fall and trip sometimes. It's the path of least resistance, but most resistance, but it's the only way you're going to finally break through it and grow.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So,
and I think if you go back,
that's what he means when he says, I could take the high road, but I'm going to go low.
Yeah. And I think that if you go back to our other meaning here, the path that God lays before you is not always easy and free of obstacles.
No, of course not.
He throws you curveballs. One of my favorite quotes is God only throws you the pitches that you can hit.
Sure.
So he's not going to try to strike you out. He's going to throw you some tough pitches though, and you're going to have to work your way around it. This isn't a baseball podcast, but if you understand baseball and batting, you have to figure out the pitcher and how to hit that pitch. And so they're not just going to be softballs thrown at you. That would be the high road in this sense, I think.
Right.
So,
and if we're going to take the lore path,
yeah,
you could walk out in the open where everybody could see you, or you could do the harder thing and go into the tunnels and make your way through with the torches and go low where they can't see you. So
I love it. Yeah. Nicely done.
Yeah.
The lore path etched in this. No, never mind. That was the first iteration.
Was that the first one?
Yeah.
The first version?
Yeah.
All right.
That's it, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Is it time?
It's time.
What's it time for?
It's time for the lore deep dive.
It's time to get a little bit damp, a little bit, dare I say, wet.
Yes.
Because now we are going to jump in with both feet to the lore deep dive.
I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a lore deep dive because I did the what's it called? Life lessons, which I've been having a great time doing, by the way.
Well, here's
lots
something.
Lots of feedback, lots of new followers from those life lessons.
Here's something that's really going to bend your noodle. We have a schedule. It's been the exact same amount of time since we last did the lore that it was the time before and the time before. And time flies whether you're having fun or not.
That was kind of mean.
No, it's not.
That's a little condescending.
I wanted to put it out there that sometimes things do feel long or shorter, but it's really not. Time's just a constant thing.
I get that, but I didn't technically do lore deep dives.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
Wait, isn't that what Bandito was?
Yeah.
Are we off schedule?
We're not.
No, because I did Mulberry Street.
Yeah, because
shouldn't you? Oh, that's right.
Here's how it goes. You do lore. Yeah. You do your song.
Yeah. I just feel
then
like
it's
I'm
lore
always
time
doing
again.
the work here.
Well, you are. That's why I proposed changing the schedule. Because I don't want you to do all the work, but
that's fine. I got it.
Would you like me to do a lore deep dive? I would bore people to sleep, but I'll try it.
You've done it before?
Have I?
I think so.
All right. Well,
I thought you did.
I don't know, but
all right.
This is not a figure out the schedule podcast.
It's not.
This is definitely.
I'm gonna like continue with our same person we talked about last week. Actually, if you remember last week, my 21 Pilots fans doing amazing things was AnnaB duo.
AnnaB, yeah, I remember.
This is also not a Black Eyed Peas podcast. Anyway, that's Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, just making sure. Anyway, so yeah, I did choose her for my 21 Pilots fans doing amazing things. But then after I did that, she like direct messaged me. Instant message was this.
Wow, yeah, your birthday is coming
America
up.
Online.
Yeah, nice.
Anyway,
on the old dial-up.
She direct messaged me and we had like a really cool conversation about what we thought about the lore. So I did kind of a little bit of a deeper dive into her theories, and I kind of want to talk about her theories today.
Excellent.
So this is a lore deep dive with a little help from our new friend AnnaB duo on Instagram. And she says the lore isn't over, just like we talked about last week. She kind of said it's not over, and these are why. And this is going to sound really choppy because these are little tiny short little Instagram videos that I was like trying to pull her theories from. And some of them had like the same theory a couple of times. So it just kind of like got a little choppy as I was typing. So I'm going to do the best I can to like make this flow as great as I can, but try to bear with me here. If you've got questions, please stop me.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So these are some of her theories. And she's got like so many. So this is not by any means even the surface of what she has to say. She's really done a lot of work on this. And she's got a really great knowledge base of the religion aspect of it. So she knows her stuff, basically.
Would you say that she has an abundance of theories?
I would say that. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's very good.
Oh, thank you.
Very good. All right. So again, she says the lore is not over. And these are some of the reasons why she believes that. So the first thing that she thinks, which is a little bit different from what we believe, is she thinks that Tyler is Nico, which we kind of, I know Tyler's blurry face.
But is blurry face Nico?
Blurry face, exactly.
Yeah.
So we have our own little idea of that, which we've kind of gone over. So I'm not going to take time doing that. But she believes that Tyler is Nico. And she kind of references the Goner lyrics saying, you know, he says, I've got two faces, right? Blurry's the one I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And mentions that he says, I need your help to take him out, right? She thinks that Keon's is who he's talking to.
Yeah, I've started to think that too.
He thinks that when he says, I need your help to take him out, he's talking to Keon's, saying, I need you to help me take the Nico part of me out.
Oh,
okay.
Out of him. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. And can I clarify real quick? You said Tyler. Are we talking about Tyler or Clancy, or are they one and the same?
Okay. I guess we'll say Clancy, although I feel like in blurry face it was Tyler at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Forget it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. But the reason she believes that the I need your help, the your is Keon's, is because she feels that Keon's represents Jesus, which also is differing from our opinion. We had a really great conversation about that. I would have loved to have, I tried to share like my little notes of when I, you know, detailed why I believe Clancy's Jesus, but it was too many notes to share in a direct message.
Yeah.
So I kind of just said, hey, we have an episode about it. If you want to listen to it, go for it.
And we have an email.
We do have an email. That's correct. But I do not have her email. So anyway, moving on. She kind of did this really cool thing about the blurry face circles. So, you know, those circles that are on the album, how they each represent a song, which in turn represents a bishop.
Yeah, I've never understood this. Everyone talks about it, but I don't see it. I don't get it. I need a deep dive on that by itself. But
all right, I'll do it.
Ahead. Yeah,
she's actually got quite a lot of information on it. But that's great. And we actually, within the new Breach album, you remember the Pathways illustration we got? Mm-hmm. This is kind of what she was talking about here. She says that 2 images were the key, and she kind of only went over one of them, unless I missed it. I don't know. But she says that the center tower, which is Riesdro's tower, which we talked about when we covered Riesdro a little bit, but I'll just kind of give you a quick recap. His song is Doubt. And she says it's in the center because to Tyler, the center of all his fears and worries is his doubt and his faith.
I like that.
So it's like, that's why it's the center. Yeah. Because
I don't want to.
I guess we're back to that now.
Yeah,
so
we got to unplug that thing.
Yeah. I thought it was off, so I apologize.
That's okay. That's our friend. Our what should we give it a name?
Keeping this in?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
People like the raw and real.
Well, that's our Marshall speaker.
That's Marshall. Hey, Marshall, keep it down over there, bub.
Yeah, very loud. All right. Anyway, so she's saying that doubt in your faith is where all the other fears and insecurities come from, and all his problems come from hiding his faith. So he talks about it all the time, like in Downstairs, and you know what I'm saying? In the song Doubt, we talk about that polar eyes.
I love this one. I got it. Yeah, I agree really cool with that a lot.
Yeah, it was a really like kind of light bulb thing when she was talking about that.
Yeah, I think a lot of us have that same. If you're a religious person, a lot of us struggle with that throughout our life.
Well, just doubt in general.
You know?
Doubt of you don't have to
partner,
be religious.
Yeah, everything.
You doubt in yourself even.
Yeah.
So her next big one, which I feel like we talked about, I can't remember, but I feel like we talked about this. She says that Nova Bishop and Keon's are their own characters. Nova Bishop and Keon's, are a character, but Nova Bishop and Dark Clancy, are their own characters. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think I said that when we first noticed like all the box sets and everything coming out. Nova Bishop and Dark Clancy are not the same character. They would not have 2 box sets for the same person.
Yeah, true.
Like, why do we have 3 box sets if
yeah.
they're supposed to be the same person? So I'm with her on that one. I really think Nova Bishop is a completely different character than Dark Clancy.
Yeah.
Now, whether we're saying that Dark Clancy has turned into Nova Bishop and is now a completely separate character.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm okay with that theory, but I don't think that they're the same thing. Like a different iteration of the same thing.
I tend to feel like Dark Clancy is the one we see in The Contract.
Yeah, the one like doubting so much that he's not going to take the jacket and not sure what to do.
Possibly the one we see in Backslide.
I feel like the letter that we get with him saying it's on me now to do all of this is a Dark Clancy moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
And I've thought that, and we'll get into this in another episode, but I've thought that the person that he says, I wonder where you are in City Walls is Keon's.
Oh, maybe.
Like Keon's was supposed to show him around and show me how to get there because they were in cahoots. But what kind of blows a hole in that is he knows where he is. He knows he's dead. Clancy knows Keon's is dead.
They?
He's got to, right? Because he's doesn't he sees him?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so he's got to know. I don't know, maybe not, but
all right. We'll get into that. But so she believes that Nova Bishop is Keon's. She also thinks if you look at the Breach cover, you know how everybody's like, oh, it's a skeleton, it's a skull, right? Yeah. She actually thinks that it's also a cross.
Okay, I can see that.
Which, you know, still makes sense within the religious aspect of things because from death comes life, right? So she quotes the Clancy letter that describes Keon's and mentions how it doesn't only mean like the word, the Nova Bishop doesn't only mean new, it means a bright explosion of light, right?
Yeah.
So she quotes that letter, the first Clancy letter we ever got. Remember when it talks about how Keon's was like embodied everything that was great in the bishops and they were all happy to serve. And you remember what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So if you remember, we actually went over the cards that were inside of each of the box sets. And the card for the Nova Bishop one says that he's vulturistic. And if you think about vultures, they feed on pain and death, right? It's that whole idea of from death comes life kind of thing. That's where the religion kind of takes it from as well. But Jesus, if you think about what he does, he basically eats our sins, right?
Yeah.
He feeds on our sins and then makes it better for us.
Yeah.
So that's pretty vulturistic if you want to think about it that way.
And we feed on his body.
Right. Right. We take him in. Right?
Interesting. Yeah.
The card says that this Nova Bishop is of unknown origins, and that's just how Jesus is, right? Jesus has no beginning and no end. He comes from miraculous beginnings, right? We know he comes from Mary, but it was
how he got into Mary
was a miracle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that also is another correlation. It also says that he's a symbol of rebirth to the people and that there's also an unstable duality. And I don't know about the word unstable with that. I'm not following her on that one. But the duality word is something that's used a lot in religion because Jesus is said to be both God and man. So he's both.
Yeah.
So he does have a duality to him. I don't like the word unstable with it. I don't feel like he's unstable.
Well, yeah.
But I see where she was going with it. And then if you remember in the letter from Clancy, he says that he was both revered and feared. And there's that fear of God thing that we always hear about. We're supposed to be reverent to the Lord. So those are really good, correlations as well, I think.
Yeah.
And she also kind of made a good point that Keon sacrifices himself in the outside music video for Torchbearer and Clancy in order for Clancy to seize him so that he could do his bidding through him, right? And that's actually what we're called to be for Jesus. We're called to be Jesus's hands and feet.
Yeah.
Right? And that's exactly what Clancy's doing with Keon's body. So
I think now's a good time to point out that in the "Oh no, Il Dima,"
right,
they call out Il Keons. They don't say anything about Nico.
No, they don't.
So maybe there's something to do with that.
Her idea of an alternate ending for this. So we were supposed to believe that this was the end, right?
Yeah.
That Clancy is now whoever he is, and Torchbearer found the wrong Clancy. Now we got to go find a new one, right? So that's what we're supposed to believe is the end of the story. She believes that for an alternate ending, since Nova Bishop, Keon's, is said to be vulturistic, that he's going to return and fly Clancy out of Dima.
He's going to return as a vulture?
Fly him out of Dima.
Nice.
Okay. And this is why. So in City Walls, where he says, they say in a city with no entrance, there's not a retreat, right? So what's the only way to go? Up.
Yeah.
Can't get out any other way,
East
right?
is up. Light
and
bulb.
like she says, there is only one way.
Oh.
Which is up.
Yeah.
Right? And he says, I wanted to
fly.
She didn't say that. I just made that light bulb moment right there. Thank you very much.
I like that.
She also mentioned...
Woo!
Thanks. She also mentioned the Blue Vulture during next semester in the Alter Ego.
Oh, yeah. I mentioned that a couple.
Festival that you talked about.
Yeah.
Yep. She noticed, like you did, that the wings are getting more blue. They're more blue. I don't know how to say that.
They're bluer.
They're bluer.
Yeah.
And she thinks that we're all going to be coming back. This is just a sign that we're coming back to their original logo.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the original logo.
Yeah, I've heard
for a
that
minute.
as well.
The original logo is a red slash and a blue straight line with a black line connecting the two, right?
Yep.
That's their original logo. So she thinks that what we're doing is moving in reverse of the cycle. So again, this is a cycle. So at some point you got to go backwards, right? Because we're going in a circle. So some of the things, I'm not going to go through all of them, but some of the things she pointed to was the fact that like the Clancy on his shirt is backwards. He talks about in Formidable. She talks about in Formidable where he says, fast forward 13 years now. And he says,
yeah,
in reverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple of things he talks about where we're reversing things.
All the words reversed in a lot of songs on Trench and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Lots of reversal of things. So she mentioned that Blurryface had said, don't wear blue. It's a sign of defeat, right? Because to Blurryface, blue is he's defeated.
Yeah.
Blurryface is done, right? So
right.
he's the one that's getting defeated. So he doesn't want us to wear that because then that would mean he's done, right?
Right.
So she also mentioned their lighting choices have become more blue, just like we've talked about.
Mm-hmm.
Lots more blue, lots more purple. Okay. Which I'm going to get into purple in just a minute. But anyway, so she also talked about how during the Breach tour, when he's doing Lane Boy, it's totally blue. I don't know if you remember that. He's completely immersed in blue light. Like it's a completely blue spotlight.
Yeah.
In Lane Boy.
Okay, yeah.
Because if you listen to the lyrics of that song, it's all about him being creatively free to do what he wants to do. He's not being controlled by anything. Dima, which has also been considered a metaphor for music industry, right? At some times because they're trying to control his thoughts and control in the way that he creates. Yes?
Yeah.
So in Lane Boy, he's saying, no, I'm going to do things the way that I want to do them. So he's wearing blue as like Blurryface is done.
Yeah, you're right. Look at that.
He's free. Yeah. You didn't believe me?
No, I did. I just wanted to see it because I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it's all completely
with my own
totally
eyes.
blue.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So now I want to talk about purple for a minute, and I'm going to go back to the logo really quickly, which I really loved her take on this. She believes that, I'm going to try to remember this. The red is us and the music and like, I guess the Skeleton Clique as a whole.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The blue, she believes, is faith, God, all those important things.
Mm-hmm.
And she believes that the black is Tyler and Josh.
Holding those together.
So if you think about it that way, they're bringing us back over to that blue. They're bridging that gap between the two. Does that make sense?
It does.
It's like a little bridge between the two. Once we come over with them, what color are we going to get?
Purple.
We're going to get purple.
And purple's a very religious color.
She believes the purple theory as well. So her purple theory wasn't as religious as our purple theory. Like I told you, for us, for me, it represents God, it represents royalty, it represents, all of that.
Yeah.
Her purple theory is just those two things that we're bringing us, along with Josh and Tyler, into the blue, making us together, all of those things together in harmony, making this beautiful purple color. And she thinks that because of the variants that we get with Breach. There is one called the purple orchid color variant or something. Mm-hmm. And she also believes that the new Nova Bishop symbol is very orchid-like. So she thinks that's kind of how they kind of tie together. So it's just a lot of really cool and interesting things so it's just a lot of really cool, interesting things that I didn't necessarily piece together or even really have time to sit and look at. So it's really cool that it's almost like that little spark that just turns into this big bonfire of like, oh yeah, and this, and oh yeah, and that.
Yeah.
So definitely go take a look. She's got tons of videos. I can even get through all of them.
I'll have to go back and look at some of either our own videos or videos from the Clancy tour. Maybe we'll see it in the movie. There was a time when the logo that was in the back setting turned purple. And Jorge told us about it at the first show we went to in New Jersey. He's like, oh, I saw this. Check it out.
Yeah.
And told me. Mm-hmm. I wonder now if this is a thing, if that had something to do with it at that moment, if there was a word that was said or something.
Yeah. So,
and then purple's very prominent in Heathens.
Yes, which is odd. But she pointed out the times when it was really purple, like lots of purple. I want to say it was The Line and Garbage were two of the big ones, which are, I'd say, some pretty religiously faithful songs.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're also like really heartfelt songs of like, I need you kind of song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was like one more when I think it was like before the show even started. It was purple. So it was just interesting. Like it would be very interesting I know it'll probably be different because these are festivals, so they're not going to be exactly what we're used to.
Oh, no. I disagree.
Really?
Yeah, because when they were covering for Blink-182 at Lollapalooza, that's when purple really started to become a thing.
But I feel like that we talked about this.
So I think they were messing with us a little bit.
But we talked about this, though. I feel like that might have been like a little bit of a rinse and repeat thing because they got shoved in so quickly.
No, 100%. I agree. But the purple was not evident unless we weren't paying attention. I didn't hear anybody from the Clique talking about it during the Icy tour. I feel like the song choice and the whole having the band up there and whatever was rinse and repeat, but the imagery with the lighting was way more purple, and he was wearing like a purple butterfly on his shirt and
all right, a
different shirt. So I do believe there was something there.
Okay.
What it was, I don't know, but
well, we'll see.
He had a completely different look than he did from the Icy tour with the dirtier shirt and like the purple butterfly. Like I said, tons of purple lighting. So I don't know.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I'm excited. I do think I'm going to have to disagree with her that I do think the story's over because Tyler came out and said, Breach took everything I had. This story ends with this. He didn't seem like he was messing with us. It was in that letter. I don't know.
She did make a good point, and I wish that I had put this down now because I thought that too. And I thought, like you said, he made that comment in the interview that said every good thing has to come to an end, right?
Yeah.
But she said something, I'm gonna have to look it up, but basically he made a comment of something like, I'm not slamming the door on this yet or something.
Oh yeah, I get it.
She has like this whole thing about why it's not over, and I get that, and I also think that it's not truly supposed to be over ever because your mental health battles are never over.
Well, I saw this guy on Instagram or TikTok or something and I should have screenshotted this and I didn't, but he was basically releasing videos on YouTube and saying that Tyler and Josh said that the story's over for them. They said that we're part of the story and it's up to us to carry it on. So he had like all these different videos that he was putting on about how the story continues and how I want to write the fanfic about the Banditos and all that. I think that that's what maybe is going on here. And they left us with enough cliffhangers where we can continue this story for us, but maybe they're just going to be hands off and let's see what the fans do. And maybe if we see something we like, we'll put it in our show.
Well, that's what I was thinking of. Like, that's what I was going to say here is that I think they're not going to continue the story any longer, but for the sake of these characters that they've created and the idea that they're trying to come across to us of this cycle that keeps repeating. And yes, we do want to break the cycle, but we can't ever expect to be fully healed. You're never going to be 100%.
It's always there. We've talked about that many times.
We talked about it when the City Walls video and everybody was angry about it. And I said, no, I love it. I think it's perfect the way that they ended it because it makes me feel seen because I can't ever, like, I don't want to be sitting here going, what's wrong with me that I can't get out of this cycle? You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Tyler would ever want us to feel that way.
And I think it's also disingenuous for anyone who deals with mental health to feel like I'm done. I'm cured.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not real.
It's always,
that's not reality.
It's always work.
There's always something.
So, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think it's over for them in the sense that they're not going to tell it anymore. But like you said, they've left us so many pieces that are open that we can now make it ours, make it our own, and decide what would feel good for us.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be there to guide us.
And I feel like the hope that I need is that there's always going to be the torchbearer looking for the right person. And then when it's not the right person, we're just going to try it again. And we're going to keep trying until we find the right one. That's the hope that I needed.
Yeah.
You know, somebody out there might need the hope that Keon's is Jesus and he's going to come and save everybody. That could be your hope that you need. And somebody else might need the hope that we're just done.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
and I think that their music is going to continue to guide us. They are as people. And even if for some reason they broke up or retired and stopped making music, the music they've left us will continue to guide us.
Yeah.
Because they have so many layers. They have so many meanings. You can literally listen to a song today and then take what you want from it and then listen to it tomorrow and get something completely different if your head's in the right headspace that day. Mm-hmm. it's just incredible what they've done musically that I've said it before. I don't think anyone else has ever done.
Oh.
My Chemical Romance is close because our daughter has me listening to the heck out of it. And so I've been paying more attention. They're close, but not the same. Mm-hmm. Just not the same. And it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's special. Mm-hmm. Well, like they say, they are 21 Pilots and so are you. Mm-hmm. I think that's them telling us that we're always going to be held together by that line in the middle.
Yeah. Well, they also, in the end of the music video, it says the story was written by these people and you. So, what?
A huge light bulb just went off.
Light bulb.
You know how you're talking about the logos and how that line touches and bring everything together? Mm-hmm. The new logo connects those pieces to a circle. And it's connected to the circle. It's never been connected to the circle before. So now the music are connected to the cycle. And the circle is the cycle.
Are you ready for this? You ready for this?
Whoa,
are you
this
ready?
Is heavy.
Are you sitting?
I am sitting.
So remember how we just said they're done with the story. They're not going to do it anymore, but they've left it to us. The little line is really tiny.
Yeah. And was even gone.
And we're bigger.
And it was gone at one point. Remember it was missing?
So,
whoa, man.
I think we need to end it there.
That was awesome. Yeah.
I think that was good. That was good.
What was your nugget from before? You forgot already, didn't you?
Did I? Did I have a nugget?
Yeah, you said that should be the show, or I don't know. I'll figure it out in post.
Remember.
Yeah. Man, that was awesome. I love that.
That was good.
Great job on your section.
You know what I do? I do have a little nugget to take away from this.
Oh, let's hear it.
Let's be the purple. Let's be purple, everybody.
Okay.
Let's take everything and smash it together.
I'm down with that. Let's make it in a purple stew.
Yeah.
Whip whip.
Oh God.
They were onto something, right?
I guess so.
They were making a purple stew.
I don't know if anybody knows that.
All the stuff
that, the
into
Wiggles? Was that the Wiggles?
No, we didn't ever watch the Wiggles.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't. That was something else.
We didn't, but our children.
That was some like in between.
Pretty sure it was the Wiggles
thing on.
Pretty sure it was the Wiggles.
I don't know. Anyway, they were taking all the pieces and making a purple stew.
Yes, they were.
Maybe they were onto something.
Everybody was bringing something special to contribute to the stew.
Whip whip. Mm-hmm. All right, look up the purple stew. Whip 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 whip, and then you'll know what we're talking about. But for now, we are Clique Bait, and so are you.
Stay alive, friends.
Show.